What's up, guys? Welcome to the John Kim Show. Recently, the Korean barbecue from Chantilly, Fairfax, and Gainesville, Virginia, coming soon, have asked me to create a brand new signature menu for them, which involves, that's right, Japanese A5 Wagyu beef. So, I've never tried to cook a Wagyu on a Korean barbecue grill before. It sounded like a challenge. So I said, give me a hell yeah. So, on this video, I'm gonna show you from start to finish how I cook this $250 A5 Wagyu steak on a Korean barbecue grill. Are you ready? I'm always ready. Let's go. All right, first, I had to sharpen this knife because it wasn't mine, just to make sure that it was sharp. I lay the steak down. Now it's time to take it apart. The first thing I do is take apart the cap, which is the glorious part of this steak. And then I trim all the fat and just make it very clean. And here's the thing, guys, even this fat is very expensive, right? It's $150 per pound, and that includes the fat. So what I'm doing is trimming off all the fat, and I'm gonna use the fat to cook the Wagyu steak. I'm gonna use its own fat. You say, why, John? Because this A5 Wagyu is literally 50% fat. It doesn't need any more oil to cook it. It literally exudes fat. So I'm trimming off everything to make it look good and also cook in 3 different ways. On this video, I'm gonna show you how to cook the cap, the ribeye cap. It is, to me, and I'm rarely wrong, it is the best cut of meat, whole cow. Better than filet mignon. It's just the softest filet mignon, but it's got that flavor, has that fat all up in it. So here it is. It's ready to go. Fat's ready. And trust me, you're gonna love how I use this fat to cook this steak. Next, I really wanted to introduce, and here comes the American Wagyu. Look at the marbling on that. It's just crazy. But the flesh is a little bit darker than the real Japanese Wagyu. And the reason I decided to buy both is I wanted to see how it tastes, what the difference was, right? So I'm preparing both meat so that I can cook it and show you guys how it turns out. Man, look at that. You can almost see through it. So now I have prepared Japanese Wagyu and the American Wagyu, and we're about to go and test it. Here it comes. Whew, look at that drop. You know what? It's all about that presentation, right? And listen, guys, there's no other tool better than a chopstick. A fork is limited. You just stick it and eat it. A chopstick, once you master it, I mean, you can pick up anything, any size. Usually, I use chopsticks more during my cooking than anything else. And I'm cutting this cap in half because it's expensive and I don't want to cook the whole thing. I wanted to save a little bit to be able to experiment later. Now we got the grill turned on. I got this cast iron grill. It's really a smoke box for a barbecue grill, but I thought I could use it on this Korean barbecue grill. Now here's the fat. I'm cooking the fat and letting the fat drizzle down to the bottom. And you're gonna see why I decided to use it this way and to cook it this way. So as I'm cooking the fat, all the fat is being rendered, coming straight down to the bottom of this cast iron. I'm getting it ready to put the steak in. Here comes the cap, yes, in slow motion. All right, now we're cooking the cap in its own fat. Guys, this is the only way to cook a Wagyu. If you're trying to cook this on a grill with like holes and grill marks, then all that flavor is just gonna drop into your grill. So what I do is I just cook it medium rare, flip it, and make sure I get that crust from this high heat, and also that oil, the flavor of that oil, that $150 per pound fat is being used very well to cook this steak. So I cook it on all sides, I flip it, and then the top, bottom, I just make sure that the oil is cooking. I get a sear around the whole steak. Now it's done. Remember, you have to let it rest. Now I'm putting in sliced thin garlic. I love garlic, guys. I think garlic is probably the most important thing that you can add in cooking because it's got so much flavor. Here comes rosemary, and here comes the butter. And this is mainly just to flavor the outside of this Wagyu beef. And I put it back in, and I let the oil and the butter from the garlic, from the rosemary, from the fat, cover the steak for flavor. And now we have it out. And remember, guys, at a Korean barbecue, scissors is king. It's probably the one thing that culinary experts will tell you never to do, but man, these scissors, they work. So now I'm getting the garlic that I've cooked in the Wagyu fat, and I'm putting it on top of the steak and the cooked rosemary on top. And here comes the salt. It's the flaky salt, the expensive kind. And here's the pepper. And remember, you don't really need anything else. This is perfect just the way it is. Look at that, guys. It is a beautiful cut of beef. And I think I'm about to taste it here. And like I said before, it is so soft, your grandma can take her dentures out and eat it, no problem. So that's it, guys. Okay. Thanks for tuning in. See you on the next episode.